So who's this Miasma guy? What does he do? Why should I give a damn? Why does this channel have like 10 names? Like, why is it the Bearded Senpai podcast? Why is it uh, Miasma? Why is it Geyer Media, Gyre Media, Gyre Media, whatever the hell it's supposed to be called? Uh, like, who is this guy and who's gonna care? Uh, I'm gonna try and answer those, I guess. Uh, and I mean, I think the people that have been listening to me for a while know, but if you're new, uh, I go by Miasma on the internet. My name IRL, I guess, is Bobby. You can call me that if you want or whatever. Miasma also works too. I get the name Miasma from Inuyasha, which is my favorite anime of all time, and I talk about that a lot on the channel. I'm probably going to bring it up even more in this podcast, and it's a show that's near and dear to my heart. And I started out really liking the term miasma, and I kind of don't like how it sounds like, the possessive form of a disease, like a breathing problem. But I just liked the way it sounded when I was younger, and I've always liked like poison shit, like from like Pokemon, like coughing and wheezing and stuff, like and even like with like Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I would like the card artwork that has like poison or like acid type shit. So that was always just what I liked. So Miasma, kind of fit. And it's been ever since I've like really had presence on the internet, which really has not been that long, the last couple of years or so. Uh, that's kind of been my name. I had another channel back in the day called the All American Critic. You can like type that in, and I'm not gonna link it because it's not a good channel. That was like a failed attempt at me sort of trying to do what I'm doing now. I was doing like reviews and stuff, but with like an even like less good camera and no mic and stuff. And yeah, it was all right. I did some cool unboxings. There's a Tokyo Ghoul Collector's Edition unboxing on that has like 5K views, which I'm pretty proud of. But I don't make content for that channel anymore, and I have had way less effort with that channel. Besides, like the only effort that really went into that channel was watching like shows like within a week or like under a week, because I would like say like I made the mistake of saying like there's gonna be a review for X show this Friday, and it would be like Wednesday, and I would be like 2 episodes into like a 26 episode show. And so I had to like really like either one thing would happen or the other. I would either cram it all in, or I would just kind of not make a video, and I only had like 12 subs at the time or something, so then it wouldn't really fucking matter. Whereas now it would kind of bother me because 41 subs is not much. Got a new one today, but thank you everybody. But I try to be honest with you guys now, and I'm not gonna like commit to stuff that I can't do. So what do I do? I guess I make YouTube anime content, generally reviews, so some like collection videos, some unboxings. Now hopefully a lot of podcasts, a lot of discussion. Initially I wasn't going to do reviews on this Gyre Media channel, which I guess I should also dip into that a little bit. Gyre Media came to me because I wanted to do this collaborative channel between me and my friends from college. And some of them are featured on some of my videos, my older stuff. And basically, I was always different from my friends in college in this regard, that I was really into anime, especially towards like my later college years, not so much early college. But I was way more into anime than most of them. RK, who's part of my friends group, who's been on some videos, is, I would say, almost as into it as me. There are shows he knows a lot more than me about. He's very passionate about Yu Yu Hakusho, Bleach, Spice and Wolf. There are shows that he definitely has more knowledge than I do, but I think overall, I think I pay way more attention to the medium. Which is, I mean, it's not really like a competition, I guess, but we both enjoy it. We had a really good podcast together, Serial Experiments Lane. You can check that out. But it was supposed to be this collaborative thing because I was into anime, and then my friends are really into games. They all had gaming PCs and stuff like that, and They played this Path of Exile is the game that they mostly play together a lot, and and they knew a lot more about games than I did. So I kind of was like, nerdy people like anime and games, and then there's a lot of people that like both. So why don't I make a channel that's like both? And I used to see that like IGN, I think, had like this like gaming, not game. Of course they have gaming. IGN had this like anime like weekly talk show or something, and I was like, man, IGN usually does like game stuff, and now they're talking about like anime. So like, let's just have like a channel that's everything, and it's like all in one, and maybe everybody will check it out. In hindsight, it wasn't like the greatest idea because I feel like some people like sub to me because they'll see like maybe like a tech video or like a video where I'm talking about like my computer or my friend's computer or something, and then they're not really into anime at all. So then they'll see like 3 or 4 anime videos come out, and then they'll like unsub. But I think that there is a demographic of people that are into both, and there's always going to be way more anime content on this channel than anything else, especially now because basically everybody I was going to do the channel with has gotten like full-time jobs and so forth and has finished college, whereas I finished college ahead of some of my friends and stuff like that, and basically just life has kept us like really busy. So I'm kind of the only slash main uploader to this channel anymore. I do it pretty consistently. I guess I can't say very. You might see and hear from some of the other people. They're on some of my older videos. In fact, one of my most popular videos is a building your PC compatibility video with my man Deathplaque, who has his own channel as well. But it's going to be mostly anime content from here on out. I might do some like tech stuff when I pick up like new keyboards and new mice and so forth. I actually need a new mouse right now, but it'll mostly be that. The only video game I really play anymore is Overwatch, and well, like Pokemon on like the 3DS. But I love Overwatch a lot. But that's gonna be a podcast for a different time about like my weird relationship with video games, because I could talk about that for a while. But yeah, you can expect anime content such as discussions, reviews, unboxings, stuff like that. Pretty low quality stuff, I'll admit. At least for now. Hopefully I can like look back upon this recording in the future and say, man, my stuff's a lot better now. But currently I just don't have time. I work anywhere like 3 to 4 jobs at a time. It's kind of complicated. I won't really go into like what they all are, but I have like a full-time job, and then I have 3 side jobs that aren't like consistent with like you're gonna work this amount of hours this week, and then we'll see you the same time next week. I only have one job that's consistently 40 hours a week. The rest are very, very scattered and random hours. So my time to actually like make stuff varies all the time. So that and my willingness to actually sit and actually like edit stuff is very, very low. Any of my videos, I don't really include clips, or I don't include clips at all, and I generally don't make a lot of cuts. I'll do stuff on like first take, which probably isn't the greatest thing, but I don't know. You can call it laziness. I'd like to call it like I don't have that much time to spend, and I want to just get content out. It's my channel. I guess I'll do it the way I want to do it. But if there is stuff that people like want to see me do, and if like I heard a lot of like feedback upon it, I mean, obviously I would pay attention. I like hearing from the people that watch my stuff. Why give a damn? I think that this is big. I had to think about that. I think I'm different in the sense that my age, I'm getting into my late 20s, or like I guess I'm in my mid 20s. I'm going to be 26, so I think I'm a little older than a lot of anime fans. Therefore, I think when you're at least a little older, you can kind of look at anime differently than a lot of the like major anime demographic. That being older or like mid teenagers, like late early 20s. The kind of people that I think most anime aims for. Now there are shows that are relatively juvenile in their approach, I guess. I could probably use like a different term for that, but there's like shonen stuff that I do enjoy, even like to this day. Like currently, I'm rewatching Yu Yu Hakusho, and rewatching is a loose term because originally I had watched 19 episodes of Yu Yu Hakusho like a year ago or 2 years ago, and I had put it on hold. And it's two of my friends' like favorite show of all time, and I was like, I gotta rewatch this at some point. So I'm rewatching it now, and now I'm in the Dark Tournament, and it's really, really freaking good. So I like stuff like that, but at the same time, I'm not above sitting down and watching some March Comes In Like a Lion, something that's very heavy tone shifts, emotional, just makes you think about life. It's not just people blowing up on screen and summoning dragons out of their arms and shit. Uh, I like a variety of stuff. Not really into like moe stuff or kind of over the school thing at this point, unless there's something else of substance going on. Like I don't want to watch like club shows just like about a club playing music or something. I'd rather it be like there's the club and there's some like action stuff going on, and I'm not that into like ecchi stuff. But I like how I said that I like a variety of stuff, and then I listed stuff that I probably won't watch. But yeah, I guess like some of my favorite stuff that's ever existed in anime: Neon Genesis Evangelion, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, uh, obviously Inuyasha. Most things by Makoto Shinkai I adore. Your Name and The Garden of Words higher kind of than anything else. 5 centimeters is also very good. It's 5 centimeters per second. And then a very lesser known show that I have to promote anytime I can do it. Now and Then, Here and There are kind of my higher echelon of shows. And to a lesser extent, March Comes In Like a Lion, but that kind of has an asterisk because it's like currently airing, so it could really go downhill. So I think you'll see a variety of different like types of shows and potentially manga being discussed here with the perspective of somebody that's aging and realizing it. But somebody that's watched shonen stuff, loved it. Like I took a break from anime for a long time, not a long time, but like a couple years when I was in school, and I remember it was 2014, and I had started watching anime reviews again, and I saw somebody review the first season of Tokyo Ghoul, and then I was like, this sounds kind of cool. And then I watched like a couple episodes, and I thought Tokyo Ghoul was the coolest shit ever. And now this was 4 years ago now. I thought it was the coolest shit ever, and I bought the collector's edition and everything. And I had gotten into Tokyo Ghoul season 1, I think, when Tokyo Ghoul season 2 was coming out, or like getting ready to come out or something. And then I watched season 2, and that season's not as good. And then I started to like watch other stuff again, and then I realized that like Tokyo Ghoul is alright, but like it's not like there was like a couple weeks where I would like give it like a 9 out of 10, and it's really not. I started reading the manga too, and then I just wasn't as into it. The manga, it does tell the story kind of better, like pretty much everybody says, but it's still relatively the same story. So it's kind of just like guy turns into this like creature thing, and he's like half this, half that. How's he gonna deal with it? And that story's been told kind of like a lot, which is not necessarily a bad thing. You can tell a story that's been told a lot and just have like little twists on it, and it could still be entertaining. Look at a show like Scryed, or Scryed. I don't know how to really say it. That's like basically just like X-Men retold in an anime, and like we've had several like stuff that's like just superpowers but Scryed, while it hasn't probably aged that great, it's still like pretty entertaining. Like I really want to own it. I really want to watch it again. Good luck doing that because it's definitely out of print. It's really expensive, but it's still like entertaining. Like not everything has to be super deep and detailed. Garo Vanishing Line is a show that I've seen a couple episodes of, but like I remember talking with Bob Samurai when he first watched it. I was actually with him on his first like live episode 1 thing reaction, and we were just talking about how like it was enjoyable because it was kind of just like really actiony and like ballsy and like didn't really give a fuck about what it was. It's like it's the kind of show that's like I know what I am and this is what I'm gonna do, and that's kind of what this channel is. I do want to appeal to people. I do want to get more popular, but I really want to be that guy who has an anime podcast that also does reviews and also does like other stuff. Like I want to be the anime podcast guy, sort of like the radio talk show guy of anime world, I guess. I'd like for people to be like, man, that'd be cool if Miasma interviewed me or something, or if I sat down and I talked to Miasma about this, or let me see what Miasma thinks about Hunter x Hunter. I have seen Hunter x Hunter and it's all right. Spoiler alert. But yeah, that's what I would like to be. That's what I'd like to kind of evolve to, and then hopefully become more up to date in like current shows. But there is still I constantly have like a rule of having 50 things or like at least 35 or 40 things in my plan to watch list, because I guess I like torturing myself. But there's just always stuff that I haven't seen that I want to watch that I push off, like Yu Yu Hakusho, for example. So you'll see old shows on here. You'll see some new shows being discussed on this channel, and just like a variety of stuff. And then you'll see hopefully some viewer submissions. And then you could always submit stuff on like Twitter, or if you're in the Anime Dojo, you message me on there. And I'll probably talk about it unless it's like, who are your favorite lollies of all time, and then I'm not gonna really know what to say. But yeah, if you guys have anything that you want me to discuss in the near future, I'll definitely add it to I have like this list of topics that I want to discuss here. Please follow me on Twitter at Gyre Media, GYREMEDIA. I will put that in the description below. And then you could, if you're in the Anime Dojo, it's a Facebook group as well. I post my stuff in there. You can comment in there, or you can just comment at the bottom of this video and just let me know what you want to see. But yeah, this is, and hopefully it's not too confusing for everybody that I have like 1,000 names, because Gyre Media was supposed to be this conglomeration thing, and a gyre, it's pronounced gyre by the way, is like an ocean, what's like the term, kind of like a hurricane like in water, like a tornado like in water. It's like this oceanic thing. And it's a terrible way to describe it. My buddy had sort of come up with the name, but and I really liked the way it sounded, and I knew it was a name that nobody had used. But a lot of people don't know how to pronounce it, or they've never heard of it, and it's not incredibly memorable, but I still like it as my name. So it's Gyre, as in rhymes with fire. And you can call me Miasma, but I also have a beard, as you can see in this photo, which is me at Arashiyama Park in Japan. By the way, I went to Japan. Man, I buried that lead. That's going to be talked about in a future cast. But yeah, so I'm just this like 26, slightly overweight dude who went to Japan and knows a good portion of stuff about anime. And yeah, and you can call me Miasma if you want. But yeah, if you guys have anything that you want me to talk about, once again, at Gyre Media on Twitter, or please comment down below. I'll see you guys next time.